He'd been having an affair for over a year, and she found out when a private detective came to the door and spilled the beans. Hi, I'm Dr. Cheryl Fraser, and one of the most painful things that ever happens in a romantic sexual relationship is a betrayal of trust with a romantic or a sexual affair. Welcome to the first of the 4 videos, what I'm calling On the Couch, behind the scenes of the Become Passion program. Become Passion, as you'll be hearing about, is my couples immersive program. I'm opening it up to enrollment at the end of October, and some of you may choose to join me. But fear not, I'm offering free introductory workshop classes, master classes next week. You can click below. I'll say a bit more about them at the end of this video. But what I want to talk to you about is a sample couple from the Become Passion program. And this represents a number of couples that signed up for the immersive program this previous February because they were in affair recovery. Yes, it has its own phrase. Affair recovery is exactly what it implies. How do you recover from a betrayal of trust? Now look, the main cause of affairs is what I call a lack of thrill. If you sign up for those free master classes, those free couples workshops next week, I'm going to be teaching you the 3 keys to passion. These are the 3 skills extraordinary couples have. One of them is the skill of thrill. Hey, that rhymed. I didn't actually ever say it that way before. Thrill is the excitement, the interest, the adventure, that falling in love, butterflies in your stomach, crazy thinking about the person feeling that we all have when we're falling in love. And for all of us, due to changes in biochemistry, the pressures of life, kids, careers, worrying about money, the thrill fades over time. There are ways to reignite it. That's what I teach couples to do. So this couple came in battered and tattered to take the immersive couples program. They were willing to try to recover their relationship, and allow me to give you a really encouraging statistic. For those of you that have suffered a trust betrayal or an affair in your relationship, the majority of couples in a long-term relationship, a committed cohabitating or marital relationship, gay, straight, in between, whatever, 2 people that are committed to being together, the majority of long-term committed couples where there is an affair do stay together. They do recover. The question is, do they recover and thrive? So this couple came in with a boatload of problems related to the affair. She was unable to orgasm during sex because of fear and betrayal and not being able to let go. They were arguing a great deal, tremendous amount of anger on both sides, tremendous amount of guilt on the party who had betrayed. That person didn't know who they were anymore. They didn't know how they could have betrayed the one they loved in their family. They desperately wanted their mate. They really didn't understand how it could have happened, and so on. They came in and they worked diligently through the program. They worked on the first set of skills, what I call the intimacy side of the passion triangle, these 3 keys to passion. I'll be teaching in depth about those in next week's master classes. You can sign up for one of those below. And they worked like crazy to communicate more deeply, to learn how to manage conflict difficulties more effectively. What they were doing was avoiding talking about stress, and it was building and building and building until the person who had the affair basically internally exploded and looked for a place where they felt they didn't have to be accountable for anything. It broke that person's heart when they realized that's what they were doing. They were so stressed that they weren't even sharing what was going on with their sweetheart. They worked diligently through that process. Partway through the program, I take couples through what I call an atonement process, a deep forgiveness process pathway. All of us, even those of us who've not had an affair, we've got some accumulated hurts and pains in our relationship, and clearing the decks using a forgiveness process is a key way that exceptional couples learn to stay close and connected and trusting. This couple then worked diligently on their sexuality. The latter third of my program really focuses on sexuality, differences in sexual desire. They worked on those. They had formerly had a very rich, very happy, very frequent, very sexy sex life. We had to figure out what had gotten in the way and how to get them back on track. How to help bring the taboo, the erotic, the dark sexual energy back into the bedroom for them both, the way they used to celebrate it, and also to be able to communicate much more deeply about their sexuality. The good news is this beautiful, glorious couple, they worked incredibly hard. They were very trusting with me, very open, very vulnerable, and very brave. And they now have an extraordinary relationship. They have several kids. They're a beautiful, intact family. Their sexuality is super strong, and they they say very kind things about the work, which I very much appreciate. But mostly for me, it's the incredible gift to watch couples like you struggle through whatever your struggles are. You're going to hear about other couples in the next 3 videos where their struggles are problems with just not feeling like they're in love much anymore, although they like each other. Their problems are fighting, arguing all the time. Not something as dramatic as an affair, but you can also be very unhappy in your relationship by what one of my patients calls death by 1,000 cuts. These little disappointments, these little betrayals. So what's the take-home message today? Great couple skills are not an accident. They can be taught. I'm going to be teaching you over the next couple weeks. Please join one of the free master classes. I'm going to teach you the 3 keys to passion, these 3 skills that exceptional couples have. I can't wait to have you there. You can ask me your relationship questions live on those calls. If for some reason you can't make one of the live times, you'll be able to watch it on replay, but it's way better to come live. I give away some fun prizes. We do a couple of fun things together, and you can ask me your question live. And I'll also talk in some detail and answer any questions you have about the upcoming couples immersion for those of you that wish to join the course. Now, what do I want to end with today? I want to remind you that great passion is possible. It's not an accident. My mission is to help you fall in love over and over with the one you're already with, even after a tremendous loss, a death in the family, a trust betrayal, or even an affair. We can find our ways to trust, love, and passion once again. Join me next week for the second of 4 couples I'm going to profile on the couch, behind the scenes of the Become Passion program, where you get to hear couples just like you and what they learned and where they got to. I can't wait to join you next week. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, the mission is to help you become extraordinary once again. I'll see you next time.